Well, guys, we got a juicy one here that has me defending Boris Johnson despite actually thinking he's a complete and utter shitweasel. As you know, this guy sold out the country and common sense, so is literally like Tony Blair or Jeremy Corbyn to me, if I'm completely honest.
If Putin was a woman, which he obviously isn't, but if he were, I really don't think he would have embarked on a crazy macho war of invasion and violence in the way that he has. If you want a perfect example of toxic masculinity, it's what he's doing in Ukraine.
Now, with that being said, we did recently have Diane Abbott making claims on BBC Radio 4 that could well land her in trouble legally. Obviously, that would usually be enough for a video, but to top this one off, the BBC then edited out what she said. Yes, our impartial public broadcaster that forces people to fund it was extremely quick to edit out the comments, literally covering Diane Abbott's arse when really it should be left in there for all to hear. I mean, her saying the PM is rumoured to like assaulting women is certainly an accusation worth leaving in your show, is it not? The BBC host instantly said that this is not being reported by anyone, including the BBC, which covered their arse completely, I would say. Them taking the bit out in my mind makes the BBC look as bad as Diane Abbott because what she said might well be considered slander, and now the BBC covering for her utter stupidity. Obviously saying the Prime Minister is rumoured to like assaulting women on national TV is always going to be a dumb statement to make, even for Abbott, I think you would agree.
Some people listening to that might think that is quite a staggering thing to say. You know, that was your worst result since 1935. You lost 59 seats. Isn't that a manifesto that failed?
It was a manifesto that taking the policies individually was very popular, there's no doubt.
Yes, we get Diane is not the sharpest tool in the shed, but surely after 30 years in Parliament she would have learned to watch her stupid mouth by now. Plus, let's be honest here, I find Diane Abbott talking about men assaulting women a bit comical, especially when you remember reports of her son assaulting female NHS staff while flashing his cock to them. Yes, her meth-fed son has been done with double-digit offences, including assaulting the police and flashing his todger to NHS nurses because he's an absolute cretin. Shit, he was even getting meth delivered to her house's claim, so maybe Diane Abbott should avoid talking about people being sexual deviants, especially when one of your own offspring are literally a deviant themselves. Now yes, Boris is a scumbag, but you also gave birth to one, so if I was her, I would wind my neck right in when it comes to this topic, wouldn't you? Now, as for the BBC and removing the segment itself, this, I feel, is something people should actually complain about. Yes, some might say they removed it to cover their asses legally, but the presenter did that when he pulled her up on the comments straight away, so there's no need to remove it, is there? This covered the BBC from legal problems, so in my mind could and should have been left in there for the public to hear. Instead, they took it out to cover Diane Abbott's arse, or in some misguided attempt to cover their own. But the BBC covering up for Labour MPs or shutting up for the sake of diversity is common practice these days, so really we shouldn't be surprised by this, should we? I mean, the BBC are so biased these days, they make these militant unions trying to bring down the government with strikes look politically neutral, it's gotta be said. Of course, I now hope Boris Johnson sues Abbott for this, because the lefty fuck pigs on Twitter screaming about her losing the case would be the sort of comedy gold that I live for.